Hey guys, welcome back. Joe again here from Their World of Aquatics, and here we go, part 8 of the ornamental pond build out. And in this one, it's time to attach the liner to the glass. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so hope you liked the last video where we talked about the actual installation of the glass itself to the bracket, which was that 3x3 angle iron. So if you guys are new to the channel and this is the first one you're seeing, in the last video we did attach this piece of glass with silicone, just 100% pure silicone, and it went down this wall, around the base, back up, and obviously we clamped it on there for a couple days, let it lock in. So that portion now is completely done. But now, in this video, we're going to attach the liner to the metal and the glass. So, you know, does the liner go first or does the glass go first? And we decided to put the glass first because I was always nervous. The fact that if something were to happen to the liner and it was behind the glass, I would not have the ability to obviously get it out.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
You're looking at about a 3-inch bar right here. And you can see we went ahead and filled this in back here with silicone, so now the liner can't get back behind her. It's a nice smooth transition. So a portion of the liner is going to get hit here, and the other portion is going to get hit right about a 6-inch bar, 2 different materials with that liner. And I was all over YouTube, and I couldn't find anything where anybody has done this before. So if you guys know something, feel free to leave something in the comments below, but I don't see anything out there. I'm almost certain to think that I'm the guinea pig on this one.
Adjust the microphone as you told, man.
And we got to believe that CT1 is going to be the answer. So, but before we do that, we're going to prove the point, and we're going to just see how strong that stuff is. And if there's any issues, we want to know now before we do this job. So let me show you what I kind of came up with to prove just how strong this sealant is. All right, guys, so here is one of the big cutoff pieces from the pond, which is right over there. Right now it's drying in the sun. It was over here for the last couple of weeks. Obviously the rains hit it. It's drying out in the sun right now. It should be ready here within the hour. But this is the 45 mil EPDM Firestone liner that we got from Web Supply. We're going to cut off 2 pieces, roughly 2 by 3 foot, and we're going to start the test. All right, so we've got a little test table here. You can see I got the piece of glass, roughly 2 foot by 3 foot, and the pieces of liner, also about 20 inches wide by 3 feet long. That'll give us more than enough liner to put the weights on. So I went ahead and cleaned all the surfaces here, 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 and here, so there's no oily residue on anything. So let's now go ahead and put down the sealant. All right, so the sealant is down. As you can see, I went probably about 1 inch wide, so that's not too terribly much. Let's go ahead and put the liner down. So by pulling out a piece of acrylic, I can evenly apply pressure onto the liner to the glass. All right, so that job is complete. We're going to let that set up for about 2 days, and then we'll start the test. Okay, so it's been 2 full days. I went ahead and wrapped the liner around this 2x6. Went around probably about 3-4 times. Now I'm going to take this 2x6, screw it down to this 2x6 so that this liner is locked in and cannot move. All right, so those two are locked together now, so that liner should not be able to slip out. And we've got a nice header beam to hold the weight of everything. So I introduced a third 2x6 on the top and the bottom. Now the liner is truly locked in and cannot come out. All right, you can see I got the beam in position. We're about 4.5 feet off the ground, and we're hanging right now with the 3 2x6s. So that alone has already introduced the first amount of weight into the liner and glass combination. So now let's just see how strong this CT1 sealant is. The very first step is a 45-pound Olympic bar. All right, so to make this a legitimate test, I've got a floor jack that's up underneath the Olympic bar, and I want to very carefully lower it down once the weights are there. I didn't want to be able to, you know, be in a situation where I'm throwing the weights on the left and the bar tipping up and then come over here and put the weights on the right. So I thought it would be just more simpler just to raise up the bar, put on the weights, and then drop it down. We're probably going to put some blocks on both sides, lock everything in. All right, so there's the first test. We got 45 pounds on the liner. So it's my belief that this right here probably weighs around 10-12 pounds. We're going to call this 45, 55, 65, 75 pounds. Let's see what happens now when I drop the jack. All right, it's holding. All right, the 10-pound weights have come off, and now we've got 25-pound weights. Let's see what this does. All right, let's take it up a notch. All right, here we go. 20 more pounds added. All right, so now we're at 125 pounds and it is holding. All right, so I pulled out the 35-pound plates. What we'll do is we'll take off the 25 and the 10, replace it with that, and then slide on the 10-pound plates. This has got to break. It's got to break. I'd be shocked if it did not break. I'll be very pleased if it does not break. We're going to find out here in a second. Okay, 145 pounds. Let's see what this one does. Definitely going to back up even further now this time. I'm noticing that the liner's stretching. Look like they're actually hitting the ground, so that test is no good. I can see that this one just barely touched the ground, so we're going to have to change our rigging a little bit. Look how far that liner has stretched. All right, let's regroup and do this one again. All right, so I've got a spacer here and here, so now it'll tighten up a lot faster. So let's go ahead and do that test one more time. Go ahead and lower down the jack, and obviously back up at the same time, so if this thing were to shatter, I don't want to be in the area. So there it goes. Jack's going down. I'm going to have to re-rig this. Yeah, that's no good. It's touching again. All right, guys, we're back at it. I just grabbed 2 more cement blocks. We got to raise this up on the left and the right side because this is stretching so much that the barbell is touching the ground. So that's pretty good. But the other thing too is this has been dangling all night long. So even that, by say 10, 15 pounds, even that's a pretty good test. All right, let me put the blocks in. We'll raise this up and we'll continue the testing. All right, so here we go with the 150-pound weight test. Had to re-rig everything, so let's see what happens on this one. Ooh, this thing's gonna break. There it goes. So far, so good. Make sure the jack is all the way down. Yep, there it goes. And looks like it's hanging in there. Okay, here we go. 180 pounds is the next test. I took off the 10-pound plates there, and now those are 25. So 25, 35, 35, 25, obviously 45-pound bar. And we're factoring this in to be about 15 pounds right there. So about 180 pounds. Let's see what this one does. Jack's going down. Liner stretching. All right, here we go with the next test. This is 200 pounds of weight. Man, this has got to break it. All right, here we go. Down with the jack and definitely backing up. I got to believe something is going to give All right, now we're at 250 pounds. Now these, 35, 35, 25. This could be the one that brings it all crashing down. Had to put some oil in the jack, so now all of this has been kind of corrected. All right, guys, before I raise this jack up, you've got to see this. That liner is stretched so hard. It's like a piano string. Starting to see a little bit of pulling right here. So that could be the first signs of it trying to peel off the glass. But man, that liner is really stretched, but that sealant is holding it. So no issues, top and bottom, it's still there. But man, is it, woo baby, she wants to give. 250 pounds. Let's set back up. Okay, I had to change the rigging a little bit more, and we got 20 more pounds on. So here we go, 270 pounds. Let's see what this one does. Gotta stand back a little bit so when this thing explodes, I don't want to be too terribly close. Oh yeah, it's definitely going down. Nice slow pull. Barbell's about 4 or 5 inches off the ground. I'm going to lower the jack just a touch more. Ooh, I went too much. Back up. It's about ready to hit the ground again. Holy cow, it's got the liner completely stretched out. Even with the extra rigging, it stretched everything out, and now both sides are touching the ground, 270 pounds. So we're going to have to tighten up those two yellow slings a little bit more to get a full stretch. Wow. So it looks like it's peeling back right now. There it is. Looks like the liner's starting to come off right in front of me, so we're probably going to stop the test. Yeah, it is really tight. So we're going to call it 270 pounds because you can see what's happening. It's peeling back right in front of me. So that looks like about the line right now. We are fully stretched. Yeah, it's going to go now, so there's no reason to break it. And you can see it right there, it's peeling back. So if this thing had the ability to touch the ground or not touch the ground, I think that would have been it. About 270 pounds pulling on that. Whoo, buddy. That's still a lot of weight. Yeah, it's going right now. So yeah, that's it, 270 pounds.
Oh yeah!
All right guys, I guess that kind of passed the test. It's pretty safe to say that this product right here, CT1, has passed my test at 270 pounds. So let's get back to work. Let's start gluing the liner to the glass.